Haley Adams agreed to join reps ahead and fill in for Emma Lawson yesterday, and she's out here having a great time in Miami. She's going up against Alex Gazan, and this is, I believe, the only competitive output that we'll see from Alex this weekend, where Haley will also be competing on the teams starting on Saturday. We do have some company in the booth for the final two matches of the night.
Who does this guy think he is? He thinks he can just come here because he won the CrossFit Games and then he's leading the competition?
And he's got, well, actually, it's the first pro match in Reps Ahead history that he's not a part of. Mr. James Sprague.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me in the booth. And disclaimer, they actually invited me in here, so I'm not just showing up. And
hey, James, don't get me wrong. I love you here.
Hey, I love being here too, man. It feels really weird being on the other side of this thing, but also kind of relieving. I'm watching all the stress these guys are going through, and man, the nerves get high for these matches. I'll tell you what.
You are leading day one, right? Wodapalooza?
I am leading.
TYR Wodapalooza?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, shouldn't you be like recovering, relaxing, getting ready for tomorrow? What's going on here?
It's funny you say that. Everyone recovers in different ways, and one of my ways of recovering is just hanging out and getting my mind off the comp floor. But now let's watch these ladies crush it, man.
It's kind of like Superman, but instead of the sun, you use the people.
Exactly. It's peer. What is the word? Where you're a people person, you recharge off people.
I can't tell you that.
Extrovert.
Extrovert.
We'll let you contemplate that word. We got the third match of the night underway here at Reps Ahead Pro at 6. We're live on Miami Beach at TYR Wodapalooza, and furious pace on the bike. Alex Gazan racing about a 1-rep lead after Haley Adams. But, Andrew, very aggressive start from both women.
Brian, I am indeed a betting man. And if I were to put a line on this one, I would put it at negative 600 for Haley.
Man, I really like seeing this full send pace in the beginning. I was curious if we'd see it in this kind of, sandbag and echo, and it's apparent they're not holding back anything.
Brian, I think I'm going to lose a whole bunch of money with the stat line I just gave, because if Jessie Smith is correct with what she just said, touch and go versus singles, it's not going to play out well for Haley.
Well, maybe not. Let's see how far of a lead she surrenders here to Alex, because you watched the first match. You get a chance, Con and Riley.
I did. Yep.
And
sure did.
Con. I mean, it was the full pendulum. Con came within potentially 5 seconds of winning the match, and by the 2 minutes later, he was laying on his back and pretty much had to accept defeat.
Very, very crazy to see someone go like Tudor, where they fell over literally and were kind of like not able to move. I wasn't expecting to see that again for a while, especially from this sequence as its own.
And I think we say that it's a fitness fight night feel. And if I'm Haley Adams right here, this is experience, if you're going to compare it to boxing, is like you're pinned in the corner and you're taking punches, but you just got to hang in there.
Totally.
The punches that Haley is taking are ones in which she is not prepared for. Another thing that was in the press conference there today, she said she had no thought about this. She signed up for it basically this morning. Alex looks like she's put the work in. She knows what's going on.
Alex has been prepared for the sequence. One thing Phil loves to do is release it early so the athletes have plenty of time to prepare to give their best on the floor. And obviously, Haley just joining this yesterday is a huge differentiator, and you can see it play out a little bit.
Haley, very well known for her proficiency in the sport overall, especially when it comes to kind of long and grindy workouts. I think if she can hang in this and make it a 3-rounder, she will have a chance. If I'm Alex Gazan, I'm thinking, how do I end this thing in round 2?
Totally.
I'll tell you how. Alex told us earlier that she's going to have to pay some bills with this money that she's potentially going to win over Haley. And Haley's motivating factor is Disney World, which is somewhere we know she wants to go, but how bad does she want it?
I heard that she could spend this whole paycheck in one day at Disney, and I call BS to that, because how can you spend that much at Disney in a day?
Obviously, you've never been to Disney, James.
Dude, I thought the fast passes were like $30 and the ticket was like $200. Like, oh my gosh, you have to buy everything at that point.
I think there's also like a room you can buy at the top of the castle that's pretty expensive.
Oh, King of the Castle type of situation.
I think a lifetime membership to Disney is like $4 million.
Whoa. Is
Yeah.
that a real thing?
Yeah, if you win the games a couple more times, you can probably hook that up.
There's some like Mickey Mouse club card that Haley's trying to get, I guess. You have to have some status, but maybe you have to know Mickey Mouse himself, but maybe she'll get it if she wins this match.
Hey, James, what are you seeing between the two of them right here? Being someone who's done this quite a bit and being rather fit yourself.
You're trying to size up the other person. I really think that this rest period is crucial for showing the other person how composed you are. And whoever gets up first typically is someone you're going to look at as they're going to win the match. And I saw Haley get up first, actually, and look fine. So we'll see if that's any tell. If Alex left some in the tank, she could really close it here.
Second round, of a potential 4, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of work, 1 minute rest. They always start back on that Echo bike. And it showed 4 reps ahead for a while, but it ticked to 5 right before they started. So Alex had technically done half of the job in the first interval, and she gets off the bike first again.
Haley is in the danger zone. Alex Gazan is at that spot, Brian, that pendulum spot.
Pirouette. Oh, she's got to go.
She cannot do singles on that sandbag, guys. Oh, this could be it right here.
Alex smells the blood. The shark is hunting.
The shark. Haley's got. Oh, she's doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Haley is a competitor.
Oh my gosh. Haley, hold on. She figured it out. I didn't think she knew how to do the touch and go until now. Wow.
Dude, this chick's been to the CrossFit Games more times than you've been alive. She knows how to go touch and go.
Dude.
Phil blows the horn and ends the match. 8 reps ahead achieved in the second round for Alex Gazan.
Sheesh.
Heads over to her husband. Just a handshake for the husband there. No,
all in a day's work, Brian.
Is that her husband on the floor?
That's Jake.
Yeah, he's on the barricade there.
Pit crew.
Phenomenal beard that man has.
Come on. Yes, he does.
Well,
blue collar.
And it looks like Haley's going to hang around to congratulate Alex. I got to say, like, we had Jesse Smith in the booth earlier. We had Riley Humminghouse here, both of them who won on the floor, but they talked about the nerves of doing this. And as you mentioned, James, like, Haley signed up for this 12 hours before, I guess, maybe 24 hours before, something like that.
100%.
Like, you got to have a lot of confidence in yourself as a human to put yourself in a situation like this. Going against, I mean, look, Alex Gazan is undoubtedly one of the 10 best on earth, possibly one of the 5 best on earth.
Yep.
Haley's been in that echelon before, but we also know that she's had this history of an internal struggle, and I think that it is, despite the loss here tonight, I think it is a really positive expression of her as a person and a woman.
Totally. You love to see athletes that have a tough year and just rise up and compete for different reasons. I think Haley's competing for her now rather than anyone else. And you just love to see that she came out and, you know, she still cares about winning, but really what she cared about was just coming out and doing something she didn't know she was capable of, and it was really cool to watch.
She didn't think she thought she could ride the bike or do some sandbag cleans?
Just like fill her weekend up more. I think she expected to come do just a team competition, and even though this is one workout, it adds a lot of strain on the body, more than you expect. From the warm-up, the cool-down, the whole workout itself, it's a strain, and it puts more on the athlete than you really can tell.
We haven't even brought it up yet because we've been having so much fun, but there was a $4,000 payout for the winner of that match and an invite to a season-end tournament coming up later in the year. So it wasn't just a win for Alex Gazan. As you mentioned, Andrew, she gets the money in the bank. She gets a chance to potentially come back and do this again later this year. So for a first time out at Reps Ahead, pretty cool opportunity there for Alex.
Yeah, man. Phil really is doing a great job growing this thing. He's got a great team behind him. I think you guys have probably mentioned it, but it's really cool to see a format like this where an athlete can come, do a workout, and leave and still feel like they had a full competition weekend without having to crush themselves.
Alex is going to come and join us here in a minute.
I'll retire for a second.
We'll let James step out, and when he comes back on, we're going to have 2 of his
That's a very nice way of asking the CrossFit Games champion to leave the booth, Brian.
Get out of here, James. We'll see you in a minute. 2 female matches, 2 knockouts in the second round. And I'm just curious how much that bike is factoring in for the women compared to the men.
I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited for this match. Alex, how mad are you at me right now?
I'm not.
Why not? I wanted you to be angry.
I don't get angry.
Oh, my God. Ever?
Not really.
When's the last time you were angry and why?
I get angry at myself. Like, at the games when my running sucked in all 3 events, I, cried and was really upset.
Are you angry at Jake?
Why?
You only gave him a handshake after the win.
I was just reflex.
No, but Haley stepped into this match last minute, and we were talking about how courageous it is because it can be a very intimidating environment to go head-to-head against someone else that's a great athlete in this sport. You had a while to prepare for it. Did you still feel some nerves out there?
Yeah, and when I prepared for it, I read it wrong. I did the 150 bag.
Oh. Well, so far we've had 2 female winners. Jessie said she practiced with a 120. You practiced with a 150, so maybe that's the way to go.
I think for me, I just didn't have a choice but to grip and rip the bag because Haley's so fast on her hands. Like, I could sprint the bike, but she makes that up in 1 round of the handstand walk. So the bag was really the only place I could make up ground.
Was it in your mind at all that like the longer this things go, the more dangerous that an athlete like Haley is?
Yes. Like, I think because for me, I tried to go fast on those cleans in the bike, so I knew like that was going to be a bigger price. That if we went into rounds 3 and 4, I was hurting more than she probably would have been.
You know, there's a movie out there called Warrior, and I should have known that you were going to win the second you said that you had bills to pay. Because that's a pretty damn good motivating factor. And then also the second thing that I noticed is that you were doing a touch and go.
Yeah.
And Jessie was doing a touch and go, and that seemed to be the differentiator.
Yeah, I think for women, the 100-pound is just that weight where, like, at this point in the women's field, like, you just can't not do it. Like, maybe if it's not...
Did you see her doing that, and you're like, oh, you're done?
No, not because she's fast on her hands, but I think just, like, in a workout like this that's 2.5 minutes, you only have so much time to make up reps, you know?
Right, or get reps ahead.
Yeah. I didn't think I had it. I didn't realize I got her on the bag. And they're like, you're done. I was like, yes. Not because I beat her, but because we were done.
You go and do the team portion of the competition the rest of the weekend, right?
No.
Oh, no, this is it for you.
This is it. I pulled out. I hurt my shoulder at Rogue and kind of a slow recovery, but luckily I handstand walking. And there's a lot of movements I can do. I just didn't want to be depending on the programming for the weekend, so I pulled out.
Well, Alex, a great debut in the reps ahead format.
Yeah, I want to do it again. This is fun.
I heard you got a shot at that now, right? Because you won. There's like
I don't know. Is that how it works?
Oh, yes. Besides the money on the line tonight, there was an invite to a season-ending tournament, so we'll be in touch with you for sure.
Damn, she would have had even more motivation had she known. Good thing she did it. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Thanks, guys.
All right, Alex Gazan, congratulations on the win.
Are you going to bet on me next time?
Damn, I should have.
Should have.
Did someone already tell you?
Tell you what.
What my stat line was on you?
No.
I would have lost a good amount of money on my fake bets.
Like you bet against me?
I did.
Andrew's betting of bookies constantly reminding him that he shouldn't be doing it.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we're going to turn it back over to PC to intro the last match of the night. Congrats,